are kind of in the basketball world, or whether if you're in other sports too, like when you're injured, it's honestly more work than when you're playing. So, I've spent so much time here.
Sure will be a big first step for me, but it's just one step for the WNBA. Thanks to all the great players like Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, the great Dawn Staley.
She shattered records no one dared touch, outscored legends like Pete Maravich, and made women's basketball must-watch television. Some call it confidence, others call it arrogance. But when Caitlin Clark crosses half court, every fan holds their breath, because that's when magic happens. Early life and origins. Caitlin Clark was born on January 22, 2002, in Des Moines, Iowa. She grew up surrounded by sports and competition. Her father, Brent Clark, played basketball and baseball in college, while her brothers were also standout athletes. From a young age, Caitlin's fire was obvious. She hated losing even family games. By the time she was 5, she was already dribbling a ball through the living room and spending hours outside practicing her shot. Iowa wasn't known for producing basketball superstars, but Caitlin was different. Her hometown's small gyms and cold winters didn't deter her. If anything, they sharpened her edge. She wanted to prove that greatness could come from anywhere. That determination and competitive streak would soon become her trademark. Breakthrough moment. High school was where Caitlin's legend began. Playing for Dowling Catholic High, she wasn't just good, she was electric. In one game, she dropped 60 points, leaving scouts stunned and crowds chanting her name. By 17, she was already on Team USA's radar, earning a gold medal at the 2019 FIBA U19 World Cup. But the real shock came when she turned down powerhouse programs and chose the University of Iowa. Most players dream of Duke or UConn, but Caitlin wanted to build her own dynasty.
Just get back to 100%, and honestly, I think that, if I never was, I obviously played that game in Connecticut, and that's where I kind of felt some more pain in my right groin, and then obviously had some tests and other things done, and there was no decision of like, this is the end of my season. I had full intention of returning, and
from her freshman season, she averaged over 30 points per game, instantly turning Iowa women's basketball into a national spectacle. Overnight, her logo-range threes and fierce competitiveness became must-watch TV. The era of Caitlin Clark had officially begun. Training and discipline. Behind Caitlin Clark's highlights is a level of discipline few can match. Her mornings often begin before sunrise with shooting drills, conditioning, and strength training. She practices hundreds of shots a day, pushing herself to hit from every possible spot on the court. But her preparation doesn't stop. She studies films for hours, analyzing defenses, learning tendencies, and perfecting her timing. She treats the mental side of basketball with the same seriousness as the physical. Her visualization technique is legendary. She pictures herself in the arena, hearing the crowd, feeling the pressure, and nailing the shot. Her teammates say she practices like she's in a championship game every day. For Caitlin, the pursuit of perfection never ends. She's not competing against others. She's competing against her limits. Career highs and lows. If there's one word for Caitlin Clark's college career, it's historic. She didn't just lead, she dominated. She became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history, breaking Pete Maravich's legendary 3,667-point record that stood for over 50 years. Iowa went from being a regional program to a national powerhouse, making back-to-back Final Fours and even reaching the national championship game. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Her fiery attitude drew criticism. Rivals tried to throw her off her game physically and mentally. Some said she was too emotional. She proved them wrong the only way she knew how, by winning. Every doubt, every loss became fuel. Caitlin didn't just survive the pressure, she thrived on it, turning every low into another highlight moment. Net worth and salary. When Caitlin Clark entered the 2024 WNBA draft, she became the #1 overall pick for the Indiana Fever. Her rookie salary started around $76,000 a year, far less than what male players earn. But Caitlin's true income came from her influence. While still in college, she made more than $3 million through name, image, and likeness deals. After turning professional, her sponsorships and performance bonuses pushed her total net worth to an estimated $10 million and growing. She has already become one of the most marketable athletes in sports. Her rise shows that women's basketball can be both entertaining and profitable. Caitlin Clark didn't wait for equal pay to make an impact. She proved her worth through performance, passion, and the power of her brand. Endorsements and brands. When Nike came calling, they didn't just want her to wear their logo, they wanted her to give it. Caitlin Clark signed a multi-year, record-breaking deal with Nike, reportedly worth millions, and became the face of their next generation.
I'm sure it will be a big first step for me. But it's just one step for the WNBA, thanks to all the great players like Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, the great Dawn Staley, and my basketball hero, Maya Moore. These are the women that kicked down the door so I could walk inside. So I want to thank them tonight for laying the foundation. And Michael, since you're such a big fan, I brought you a souvenir. It's an apron signed by me.
Her signature shoes, her own, are in the works, making her one of the few female athletes ever to achieve that milestone. Beyond Nike, she's partnered with Gatorade, State Farm, and Bose, representing both performance and personality. Each deal feels earned, not forced. She's marketable because she's magnetic, a rare mix of talent and authenticity. Brands don't just see her as an athlete, they see her as a movement. And that's exactly what Caitlin Clark has become, a symbol of where women's sports are headed, mindset and psychology. Caitlin Clark's biggest strength isn't just her talent, it's her mindset. She once said, "I'm not afraid of the moment. I live for it." That line captures her perfectly. Her confidence comes from preparation, not arrogance. Every time she steps on the court, she expects to deliver because she's already done the work behind the scenes. She uses visualization and meditation to focus under pressure. Her rituals include quiet moments before games, where she focuses on herself, blocking out the noise. Caitlin's body language, from her intense stare to her calm after big shots, shows her belief in herself. She feeds off competition and pressure. Where others see stress, she sees opportunity. Her mental strength is what separates her from the rest. Caitlin Clark doesn't chase greatness, she embodies it. Legacy and impact. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a cultural phenomenon. Her games broke viewership records, pulling in over 18 million viewers for the NCAA Women's Finals, more than some men's championship games. Arenas sold out, merchandise sold out. Suddenly, little girls everywhere started wearing number 22 jerseys, copying her shooting form, dreaming of playing like her.
There's some great French players on other teams as well that could make it exciting. Obviously, the Pacers played Wemby over there, and I know they had an amazing time getting to do that. So I would be very open to that. I think it would be, great for the league to, try that out, see how it goes, and I'm pretty positive it would go well. So I would love it.
Brad?
She's proven that women's sports don't need to be compared to men's. They can stand on their own. Caitlin's influence extends beyond basketball. She's inspiring a generation of athletes to own their confidence, to play unapologetically. Whether she wins more titles or not, her legacy is already cemented. She made people care about women's basketball on a global scale, and that changes everything. Is Caitlin Clark the greatest women's college player, or is she just starting something bigger? Comments below. And if you love stories of athletes who redefine limits, like the video, subscribe, and turn on the bell.